Shalom crocheters and welcome to my channel ZoeCrochetR. In today's tutorial you'll learn how to crochet this beautiful baby's dress. And this dress was requested by one of my subscribers, and this dress will fit a baby for 0 to 3 months. But in the course tutorial will be guiding step by step, perfect for absolute beginners, how to make this in various sizes. I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers and my channel viewers. Thank you for liking and sharing my tutorials. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel ZoeCrochetR. And a very big thank you to all of my members. Now without further ado, get to all my channels and let's get started. And commit your works to Allah, and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Okay, we're going to start working, and these are the materials that we're going to need. We're going to need a scissors, a stitch markers, a darning needles, and a measuring tape to take a measurement. So we're going to start by creating a slip knot, and I'll be working with this hook, the 3-meter size hook. And this ring, you just insert a hook, and we're going to start with a long chain. Now this is the chain that goes around the baby's neck, and this chain has to be loose around the baby's neck, right? So keep on working. Okay, I completed my chains. I did a total of 72 chains, and this chain measures 33 centimeters. Now in here is a total number of chains I have. I have a total of 72 chains, and the 72 chains measures 33 centimeters. This will be for 0 to 3 months. Now you're going to see the way I partition my chains. I'm going to try to do this exactly as you see. What you see here, one. These are 4 extra chains. All right, these are our 4 corners. Now let me explain to you. This is our first back, because we're going to have an opening at the back. So this is the first back. This is our first corner. This is our first sleeve. This is our second corner. This is the front of our dress. You can see there was no opening at the front, so it's all closed. This is the front of our dress. This is the third corner. This is our second sleeve, and this is our fourth and last corner. And this is the second back of our dress. All right, yeah. So we're going to respect this formula. So go ahead and just insert your 4 stitch markers exactly as you see here. Here I have 9, my first corner. Here I have 16, my second corner. Here I have 18, my third corner. Here I have 16, my fourth corner, and here I have the remaining 9 stitches. Okay, now we're going to start working our first 9 stitches. Just 9 stitches. No chain. We have not added no turning chain. We have exactly 9 stitches here. We're going to start working in that second. We're going to start working that second chain. Insert your hook, and yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through. I'm going to bring it up so that it should be at the same level. Right now, yarn over, go back in that same chain, insert your hook, and yarn over, pull through. Now you have 4 loops in your hook, yarn over, and insert your hook in that same chain, and yarn over, pull through. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 loops in your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 6 loops. Now you're going to go ahead and chain 1 to secure the bean stitch. Next, you're going to skip 1 chain and come and work into the next. Going to skip 1 chain, come to the next, insert your hook, and yarn over, pull through, bring it up. It should be at the same level, right? Yarn over, go back in there, insert your hook, and yarn over, pull through, bring it up. It should be at the same level. Yarn over, and insert your hook, and bring it up. And you should always have six loops in your hook. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 loops in your hook. Yarn over and pull all 6 loops. And next you're going to chain 1. This chain 1 is very important. It secures the bean stitch. Next we're going to repeat this. You're going to skip 1 chain and come to the next. Insert your hook in the next chain, and yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, go back in there, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook and pull through, yarn over and pull. You're going to go ahead and chain one. Next, skip one chain and come to the next, insert your hook and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then we have our 6 stitches. Yarn over and pull all 6 loops, and now you're going to chain one. This is what we have. We have 1 stitch here, we're going to skip that stitch, and now we have our 9 stitches here completed. Now we're going to create our first corner. This is where we have the stitch marker. So you're just going to take out the stitch marker. You see, we have skipped this and come here and insert a hook, and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert a hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert a hook, yarn over, pull through. Go ahead and chain. I'm going to chain 1. Now you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and come back in the seam and make another bean stitch. And now we chain 1. And here we go. We have created our first corner. And this is how it looks like. Next, we're going to go ahead, and you're always going to skip the stitch and start working the next. So go into the next, insert your hook there, yarn over, pull through, go back in there, we're going to repeat this, and I'll meet you where we have our stitch marker to create a second corner. Alright, so keep on working. Now see, I've completed this, my work. I had 16 stitches here, and you can see that here I have 2 stitches left, 1 and 2. So if I do a bean stitch here, I will not have a stitch to skip to create a corner. So I'm just going to move my corner forward. I'll move it forward, because I have already, how many? I have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 bean stitches here. That'll be good for the sleeve. And here for the first back, I have already 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, I have 4 here, and I have 7 here already. That's really good for the first sleeve. So we are going to just do like this. But if your stitches fall into places, you don't need to do this. All right. Now, just take that out. And here we're going to create our second corner exactly as we did the first. So go in that, skip this and go there, and we're going to make our second corner. Now I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and come back in the 6. Good. Here we go, we have our second corner exactly as we did the first one. Next, we're going to work in these other stitches. So we're going to make the front part of our dress. So just keep this, and now into the next stitch, just repeat your pattern. Keep on working on middle half a stitch marker. Okay, we are done here, and here we have a total of 9 9 bean stitches here for the front, and I have 1 stitch here. We're going to create our third corner. Chain 1, and now chain 2, 1 and 2, go back in there, and chain 1. And now let's just skip this. So we just created our third corner. Now we are working on those stitches here. We're working now our second sleeve. Keep on working on me to finish part of our work. I've completed working my second sleeve. When you're working, you want to just pull that here so that your stitches relax a bit. Now you see I still have 2 stitches left here. I'm still going to move this stitch marker forward. Something very important, both sleeves must have the same number of bean stitches. So for this other sleeve, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you see that the first also I had 7 bean stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You must have the same number of bean stitches on both sides. Very important. On both sleeves here. And I'm going to move my stitch forward here, and I'm going to skip that and come in here and make my 4th and last corner. Here we are creating our 4th and last corner. Chain 2, go back there, chain 1. Now skip and just repeat this sequence. Now we are done with row number 1. We're going to start row number 2, and from this row number 2, we're just going to repeat. This is going to be our pattern repeat row. So you're going to chain 1, just chain 1 and turn. And now we need to look where we're going to start working. See, you can see we have this space and we have this space. So you're going to just, you see this space here, this space here. You see the space here, right? This space here. We're going to work in there. So you just go back, you just go there, just go in there directly, and that's where we're going to create another bean stitch. Go in there and do another bean stitch. Exactly as when we're working. And chain 1. And now next, so you're going to come back. You see, kind of connect here. This is where we are working. Just come back in there, and you're going to make your pin stitch. Come in here, go there. Make your pin stitch. Make your pin stitch. This way, which is the first corner, right? You need to work here also. This way, we're going to be doing our increases. So come in here and go there. Chain 1. And now check it out. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 pin stitches. I'm going to come here again and do our corner. We're going to come here now and do our first corner. So just go in that chain 2 space. I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Go back in there. Good. That's what it kind of looks like right now. And now if you want to count now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have now 7 stitches on this side. And now come back here now and just repeat. Again, to repeat, making a pin stitch and not making the second corner here. And here we go. Now we're going to make sure you work in that last stitch. And we're going to create our second corner exactly as we did the first. Now chain 2, 1, 2. Go back in there, make another pin stitch. Chain 1. Now come now. And you're going to just repeat this sequence. So repeat this sequence all through this row and reach for the next pattern for work. So keep on working. And now come at the end here, we have to make the last pin stitch. Just come here, right? Just go in there like this. Just go there and make your last pin stitch. And you're going to chain 1 and turn. And it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful stitch. It's so soft. We're going to just repeat the same sequence. You start working in here. And that's what we have so far. So make sure you work in here. And we're going to create our corner exactly as we've been doing. Chain 1. Now you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and come back in there. Chain 1. Now come make your pin stitch. Good. And this is everything we're going to repeat. And we're going to repeat this sequence until we get to our armhole depth. That's the only thing. Just keep on working, and I'll meet you next part of our work. All right, so go ahead and keep on working. Good. And I have a total of 5 rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, beautiful. I have my 8 centimeters. This February for 0 to 3 months. The various measurements on the screen. And at this level, we're going to start creating our sleeves. You have to count your rows. This is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and this is row 5. If you see, that's where we always work. You're just going to come here and see this visible stitch that you see number 5. Just go in there like this and yarn over and slip stitch. Slip stitch. Here we go. We have our both ends joined. We're going to go ahead now and chain 1 and turn our work to begin the next row. And you're going to start the next row on this other side. We're going to do the last one in here. So come here and start. Just make a V, pinch stitch, and chain 1, and just continue, and I'll meet you in the first corner. Okay, I work from here to here. We get here, and this is our first corner. In there, you're going to go there and make a pinch stitch. And chain 1. And now next, you're going to go ahead and chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can chain 3 or 5 or 7 or 9, but let it be an odd number. And you're going to skip all of these bean stitches here. I have a total of 17 here. This is already our first sleeve. I'm going to skip all of this, and I'm going to insert my hook in here where we have the second chain 2, the second corner. Go in there, and you're going to make a bean stitch. Here we go, I've created our first sleeve. Now you're going to just come and just keep on working. So repeat, and I'll meet you in the third corner here. Okay, when we're working from here, I have a total of 20 bean stitches, and we get in this third corner. We're going to make 1 bean stitch there. This gives me now 21 bean stitches, and now you're going to go ahead and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You must always have the same number of chains on both sleeves. And you're going to skip all of those bean stitches here and set a hook in this chain 2 and go, and set a hook in the last corner here and make a bean stitch. Here we go, we've created our second sleeve, and you're just going to go ahead and make a bean stitch and complete this. Get at this end here, see where we did the slip stitch. Go there now and make a last bean stitch in there. Chain 1, and to join the round, the first stitch that you see ahead of you, this first stitch, just go in there and slip stitch. One bit of this first round, and our work looks like this. Now we're going to begin the next round. Chain 1 and turn. We always complete at the end. Go, just start working here. Keep on working, and I'll meet you here. We have the 5 chains here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to skip the first chain and come to the second and make a V, a bean stitch. Go there make a pin stitch. Next, you're going to skip the next and go to the next, make a pin stitch. And now you just find yourself here, just keep on working, come there, make a pin stitch. It will look like this. You're going to do the same thing on this other side, so keep on working on the measure at the end. And yep, you're just going to repeat this sequence. Good. Here we are, we have our 12 centimeters, and we're going to stop here. And we have just 7 rounds here. And chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to start preparing the space, the part to work our skirt. Now in here, while we're doing our bean stitch, you're going to come down, make 2 single crochet. So insert your hook there, and that's number 1 single crochet. I'm going back there and make number 2 single crochet. That's 2 single crochet. Just insert your stitch marker and mark that first stitch. And in where we're supposed to do the bean stitch, just go in there with 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Where we're supposed to do the bean stitch, go in there with 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. We're going to repeat this all for this round, and I'll meet you for the next part of. And 91 and 92. So as I'm working, I'm counting my stitches. I have total of 92 stitches here. I'm going to take out my stitch marker and the slip stitch. I have my 92 stitches complete. Now we're going to start our pattern. I'm going to go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this chain 3 represents our first double crochet. In that same stitch, you're going to make 2 more double crochet. So yarn over and make 2 more double crochet, 1 and 2. You're going to skip 1 stitch, and into the next stitch you're going to make a bean stitch. Insert your hook and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, and here we have a bean stitch. And now go into the next stitch, yarn over and make 3 double crochet in the next stitch. 1, 2 and 3. Skip 1 stitch, into the next stitch, make a bean stitch. Skip 1 stitch, into the next stitch, make 3 double crochet. Skip 1 stitch, and into the next stitch, make a bean stitch. And this is a pattern. We're going to repeat this all for this round, so keep on working. And to complete this, we're going to do the bean stitch. So you're going to insert your hook on the third chain, a slip stitch. Here you have completed the first round. We're going to start the second round. You're going to go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this chain 3 represents our first stitch, and each of those stitches we're going to make an increase. So yarn over, in here you're going to make 2 double crochet, make 2 double crochet here, 1 and 2. Into the next stitch, make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. And now we have 1 2 3 4 5. We have 5 stitches. Now for the second round, we're going to change, we're going to modify, we're going to make something new for this pin stitch. Instead of going directly like this, we're going to yarn over, okay, and do a pin stitch. Now yarn over, and those 3 stitches again, in the first stitch you make 1 double crochet, and the 2 last you make an increase, you make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and into the last you make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. And now next we're going to make a pin stitch. We are going to yarn over, and now make a pin stitch as we usually make it. Now the only difference now is that now we're going to be having 7 loops. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now we have but 7 loops instead of 6 loops. And yarn over and pull out the 7 loops. Right, and I chain 1. I'm just going to repeat. Come now, you make 1 double crochet, and the other 2 you make an increase in each of them. So at the end you have to have 5 double crochets. And now come and make a pin stitch. There we go. Now we're going to start the third round. We're going to chain 3, 1 2 and 3, yarn over. Into the next stitch you make a double crochet, and into this middle stitch in between the 2, in the third stitch we're going to make an increase, you make 2 double crochet in there, 1 and 2, and in the remaining 2 just make 1 double crochet. And you want to count, you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 stitches. That's good. Now for this third round we're going to chain 1. We're going to chain 1, yarn over. To make a pin stitch, just make it here. Alright, just go there, make a pin stitch. And yarn over and come now in here, you make a double crochet, a double crochet into the second stitch, and into the third you're going to make an increase, you make 2 double crochet in there, 1 and 2, yarn over. Into the next 2 you make just 1 double crochet in each stitch, and you should end up with 6 double crochet. 1 2 3 4 5 6. We had 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, and now we have 6. You're going to go ahead and chain 1 and yarn over and come here and make your pin stitch. Chain 1, yarn over and come and make your double crochet. Into the third you make an increase, make 2 double crochet in there. The last two make just 1 double crochet in each stitch, and chain 1, make a pin stitch. And that's what we have so far. We're going to just repeat this round all through and I'll make sure thank you. So keep on working. You're going to chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and each stitch we're going to make a double crochet. Make 1 double crochet, at the end of this row, at the end you should have the same number of stitches that you had in the previous row. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. No more increases here. And next you're going to chain 1 and make a V stitch. Good. You're going to go ahead and chain one more. Chain one more, right? And now you come here and make your 6 double crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. See, you see, and that was 6 stitches. Now you're going to chain 1, make your bean stitch. Chain 1. This chain 1 is to close the bean stitch. Now chain 1 more for the separation, and now I'm going to just separate this. Chain 1. You see how fast 6 stitches. Make your bean stitch. Chain 1 to secure the bean stitch, and now chain 1 for the separation stitch. Separation chain, and now come and make your cut. And now this is everything we're going to repeat. We are just going to repeat this last row, this last round. You repeat this until you get to the height, the length of your dress, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. So keep on working. Now after you do your last, after you do this, to join the round, make sure you chain another one, right? Chain 1 and slip stitch. And here we go, we have completed this. I did a total of 20 rounds here. I thought of giving you measurements. And this gives us from the neck to our length, gives us a total length of 30 centimeters. That is our actual length. Now I'm going to start the border here. And go ahead and chain 1. Again, in that same stitch, you're going to make a single crochet. Make 1 single crochet. I'm coming, baby, please. Okay. Thank you, baby. Now I'm going to skip 1 stitch, and into the next stitch I'm going to make a total of 7 double crochet. 7. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. And we have 7 double crochets. You're going to go ahead and skip 1 stitch, and into the next stitch you're going to make a single crochet. You're going to put the sequence yarn over. We have 1 stitch here. You're going to come in the space where we always do our bean stitch, and in that space you're going to make 7 double crochet. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 stitch. We're going to come in that chain 1 space where we skipped in between. Come in that chain 1 space and make a single crochet. Now you have the first stitch, skip that first stitch and come to the next, and make 7 double crochet. 1 and 7. Skip 1 stitch and come to the next and make a single crochet. and skip one stitch into the next, make 7 double crochet. Come here and make a single crochet, and should have something like this for our bottom. So you get to put this all around and up, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. So keep on working. Right now we're going to start working on the sleeves. So you see what we did under the sleeves here, we worked under the sleeve. Just go there, insert your hook, and bring your yarn, and bring the chain in front, chain 1 to secure your yarn, and that same space you're going to make 2 single crochet. So go in there with 2 single crochet. This is 1 and 2. In the next space you're going to work in all those spaces. Come here and make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, into the next space, 1 and 2, and now find yourself on the sleeves here. Now go there, yeah, so make 2 single crochet, one and 2, and you're going to put this all around, and I'll meet you here, and I'll meet you here. So keep on working. Okay, at the end of this first round I had a total of 44 stitches. You must count your stitches so you have the same number of stitches on the second sleeve. We're going to start the next round. You're going to chain 1. We're going to start immediately. You're going to start the decrease, insert your hook in the same stitch, and yarn over, pull through into the next stitch, insert your hook, pull through your 3 loops, yarn over and pull out 3 loops. We're going to make a decrease in each everywhere. Insert your hook, pull through, I'm going to put the sequence all through this round, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. At the end of this round, I have a total of 22 stitches. We're going to start the next round, chain 1, and here we're going to make a single crochet in each stitch. So just make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Keep on working, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. Slip stitch. At the end of this round, I have a total of 24 stitches, and can show you just we're going to go ahead and weave in our tails. And for the next part of our work, we're going to make some lining here. So just come below here, just below at this. Chain 1, and in there you're going to make 1 single crochet, just 1. Now come on this line, come on this side, just go be like inside there, make 2 single crochet, try to work the space the best way that you can. In here you're going to make 1 more, you're going to make 3 here. Now come here, now I make 2. Make 2. Even when you get where we did the corners, make just 2 there. And we get to this other end here. You're going to make a buttonhole. This is in proportion of the size of your button. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to come here and just keep on working. This is amazing. And thank you so very much for working with me. Let me know what you think about the story in the comment section below. If you're a stay-at-home mom like me, I encourage you to work from home, and I pray God bless the work of your hands. Now write in the comment section below what you think about this tutorial. I'll meet you in the next tutorial. Till then, God bless us and keep us and prosper the work of our hands. Shalom.